Your Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
One, two. You now rocking with the No Vultures podcast. You got me, myself, Laura Rab, and finally, we got the man coming back in his seat for the first time in a long time a very special interview. We got OG Clee sitting over there, man.
Man, what's
you know what I'm saying? Welcome home, OG Clee.
Man, what's happening, man? Happy to be here too.
And today we got.
I wasn't gonna miss this for nothing.
Nothing. And today we got two very special guests. Now, people like to throw that shit around, the face of boxing, you know what I'm saying? But we got the face, the business, everything, the principles, the sweet science. We got everything in the room. We got the father-son duo, Devin and Bill Haney on No Vultures.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having us.
Man, we got the undisputed, you know what I'm saying, and new, about to be and new.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
For a long time, because he's been still for so long that I had to get it right. That
Pull that mic up, Bill, to you.
I had to get it right.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
It's going to be on December the 9th at the Chase Center, home of the Golden State Warriors, and no other than Devin Haney. And just like you said, it's going to be new.
Yeah. I want to give y'all the No Vultures disclaimer, man. Me and bruh started this podcast because we saw what everybody else was doing, right? So we saw Gillian Wallow, we saw $1 million worth of game, we saw Drink Champs, we saw everything, but we never had nothing on the West Coast, especially from the Bay Area,
for sure,
from our perspective, because we got a different perspective on a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? So we think different, we talk different, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't understand that.
Especially from Oakland.
We on a motherfucking island in Oakland, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Don't forget that part.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know the thing about the town, no matter where you go or where you land at, it's still in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I think that's what's so misconstrued.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that, when you move out and you move away, that it still ain't town business.
Right,
you know
right. And just to start it off, man, how you doing, champ?
Oh man, I'm blessed. Right now we in training camp. Training camp is amazing. I feel good. I feel stronger than ever, and we're just fine tuning for December the 9th.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. I've been around boxers, I've seen boxers, but paying attention to you and watching how you work, just off top since a little kid. Like, where did you get that from, man? Was you locked in before boxing? Because we know you was whooping ass at school, but before that, like, did you have that same tenacity and everything, like video games or playing with your friends or whatever?
Yeah, I've always been super competitive. I'm just an athlete in general.
Yeah.
But I've always been super competitive in anything that I do. Yeah. And I'm still like that. I don't like to lose in nothing. I don't like to be second in nothing. So when I fight, when I train, I go above and beyond. My preparation to know that there is no way for defeat or to come in second or come up short.
So that's dope, man. So just starting off with the origin story, right, Bill? Before Devin is even here, because we've been talking about this media shit. This shit it's in my algorithm, right? I can't stop it. I've been going down a rabbit hole. I'ma just say it. They got Bill Haney fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They got Bill Haney fucked up. And if you can't say it, but I can say it, you know what I'm saying? That this guy is a thorough individual from where we from, a solid staple in this community, you know what I'm saying? A pillar, and people idolize and look up to you for a reason, a good reason, obviously, as we see the result of what's going on right now. But how does that feel, Bill, just to be who you are and then be playing both sides of the game, because it's a business. So, and y'all run your own business.
Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me to live two lives. I lived one life being stupid and making a whole lot of mistakes. Clee, we did it, right?
No doubt, man.
Yeah, we did it. And, to have another go around and to watch this young man next to me make all the right moves, you know what I mean? And not fall prey to peer pressure and all the other shit. You know what I mean? Because it's not like, we can't have a truckload of cocaine, a diesel, you know what I mean? An airplane full of it, you know what I mean? And tearing down a community somewhere in this country or this world. But for him to put us all on his back and to do something positive and take our name and make it legitimate, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what isn't said a whole lot. You know what I mean? And I think if the younger generation could understand how much we need him and celebrate him when they do accomplish what he didn't accomplish and putting us all on his back, you know what I mean? I think that more of them would strive to it, you know, but they have this misconception about being square or being hip or slick or street.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Clear, it ain't worth it, right?
It ain't worth it, man. I tell my kids all the time, I made enough mistakes for all of us.
Man. And we gotta separate just in our community in general what's important and what's not important. What's more important in this story is fatherhood, for one, and a son that's willing to listen to his father and be guided and directed. Because number one, the youth are misguided and they don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have a lot of shit to respect. So the fact that you held it down for not just this kid, for your kids, you know what I'm saying? They hold the same respect for you. That's commendable.
But you know what's special about him? Because a lot of people look and they idolize and they worship and they hang on to the shots that you made. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He was able to see the shots I missed and go make them. You know what I mean? Exactly. That to have the wherewithal to say, okay, Pops, that's my man. But now he ran up some points on the board. Now I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna go run it up. You know what I'm saying? So I always say alhamdulillah, and I want to let everyone know in the town. You know what I'm saying? Like right when you be thinking that it's over, right when you think that you know what I mean. For you, you don't have another shot, and then you look over and you see your son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, and you know he got so much potential and so much. You know what I mean? A future and promise. And the one missing component might just be you. You know what I'm saying? It just might be you. Right. You know what I mean?
That's real shit. So, Bill, when you've grown, right? So having the mentality you had from the streets, like I heard you say early on, Dev was whooping ass at school, right?
Absolutely.
So in the hood, we look at that sometime as a badge of honor. Like my son is, he got hands, right? But to channel that into something organized and something that would be productive for his life, how did you come up with that? Because you wasn't a boxer, right?
But see, like Dev, early on, even whipping ass, he wasn't for somebody hitting on him and then he hit him back. You know what I'm saying? The last incident at school, he told me in front of the principal, I said, you know what happened, man? You know what I'm saying? Because we keep talking about this fighting shit. And even me and him, we fight at home about him fighting at school.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't want to lose my boy, so I come in, like a parent, like I don't know what's going on or something. Like, so what's going on? What happened, Dev? And Dev said, he was about to hit me. I said, oh, shit. Right? Because just like you said, you want your boys to not be in there crying and shit. You want them to get off first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that on the east
That's
side,
what
right?
we learned.
We learn to get off first.
For sure.
But at the same time, I don't think that I think the kid was bluffing. And I think that Dev had all the equipment, had all the heart. And I asked him, I said, man, you think you tough, so you want to go to the gym where other people know? And the man looked back at me like this.
Let's go.
I said, yeah. He said, okay. And then he looked back out the window, so I'm looking at the back of his head. I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to get somebody to get this number.
Yeah.
Right? Man, to this day, I ain't found nobody.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I could. When you can't beat them, you got to join them, right?
Yeah, no doubt,
I joined on, and listen, and it was like the first time him going to the gym, man, it was like seeing what the coach said was a natural, but it was like seeing something like poetry, man. You like seeing a kid that found, you know what I'm saying? He found his passion, he found his thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And we've been riding that thing ever since.
Dev, do you remember any of the kids from school?
Nah, to be honest, I don't remember them too much.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't say.
You can't say. Now coming up, you was blessed to be around a legend early, Floyd Mayweather, and you actually at one time, if I can recall correctly, had a moniker New Money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You back like that.
Yeah, so I mean I've been on it.
For sure.
It used to be new money, now it's newer money.
Newer money. Dev, I fight niggas in the street behind you. So you know what I'm saying? I fight niggas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I fight niggas in the street because I got that pride, man. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing what your lineage is, knowing what you come from.
Yeah.
Like you could be one of them dudes that everybody trying to go up to juvenile hall to talk to.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
When
sure.
you was younger, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be the dude who we had them conversations about that we all know that's gone forever. It's over
Absolutely.
with. You know what I'm saying? And you can't make that shit okay. You know what I'm saying? And our sense of normalcy, where we from, should not be the norm at all. You know, once you get outside of that and you grow and you be around other people, you be like, their problem's a little different. So being around that, Dev, because we gonna cut this square ass narrative out off top. What y'all have to know is Devin Haney is who he is as a man, partially because of his decisions too.
100%.
So let
100%.
these people know how much shit you've seen. I mean, your family.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point to where it's like I let them think what they want, because at the end of the day, it ain't for them, and it ain't for everybody to understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so I let them.
Ain't it, man?
I let them.
I'm
I
so
let
proud
them
of him.
go with whatever narrative that they feel like. But I just know that ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. We go where we want to go when we want. You know what I'm saying? So that should speak for itself.
Excellent.
And if it wasn't that, then it'd be a line around the corner of motherfuckers fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? So we having money and we living life, we having fun. So that's all that matters.
That tenacity you got in that fire you have, that's natural. But that work ethic, do you feel like you got any of that from Floyd that you took in it on?
Yeah,
you?
no, 100%. I mean, Floyd was somebody that I was at a young age was able to touch, talk to, watch. I seen all the money he had, all the money he got, all the money he had, the cars, everything, and I seen how he got it. Most importantly, so it was like that's what I want,
Right.
and that's a formula to go get it. So that's what I'm following. That's the blueprint that I've been following and that I'm still following.
They often talk about and they critique you on your skill set, right? But I feel like when I just as a fan watching you, to me, you've always had great defense, right? Superb. And I believe you learn from a hit and don't get hit style, right?
Yeah.
Right? You still Devin after the fight. You
sure.
ain't looking like Martin at the time of Hearn.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So when I look at that, I always think about the sweet science, right? Because a lot of new people don't got it down packed. I watch these people; they get bailed out of fights a lot, right? With mistakes from their opponents, and you almost box in a style of like you just patient.
Yeah, I mean, that's like you said, and that's the name of the game, is to hit and not get hit. But you don't want to end up like Shakur and just not get hit and not hit too.
Right,
So that's what we mastering, the hitting part too. But that's how you got the longevity in the sport of boxing. We studied the greats, and the greats hit and not get hit, and I'm here, 30-0, and I've done a lot more hitting than I got hit.
I am no boxing expert by no means, but when they say you don't hit hard, I disagree, right? Because I want to see one of them niggas get caught with one of them body shots, because that's what I seen since you've been boxing. Like the body that shit is impeccable, and it's not easy to knock people out with the body, but you take niggas out the fight.
I mean, you see my work today. Do it look like?
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to get hit with them motherfuckers.
So, I'm just gonna keep proving myself. They gonna say something regardless. If I was going in there knocking everybody out, they gonna say I was knocking everybody out because I ain't had skill. Now I'm showing my skill set. They gonna show that. They gonna say that I'm only showing skills because I don't got power.
Right.
Right. So it is what it is. Every fight, I'm gonna keep showing more and more and more and more. And December 9th, the world is gonna see the best me up to date.
That's a fact.
Best in the world, pound for pound.
I gotta ask both of y'all this: what impact did Big Floyd have? Because you worked with him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I his love for you, from what I could tell, it was like he believed Devin could beat anybody. Yeah. I saw him tell Broner, my young boy, beat your ass. I saw him tell everybody that. So what was that like?
Broner's still a goner.
Big Floyd had a huge impact on me and my career. He taught me the shoulder roll. I remember being 9, 10 years old, going to Big Floyd house and just punching his hands. No hand wraps, no gloves, no nothing, for hours till my hands was stinging and my hands and my fist was red. I used to tell him my hands was hurting.
Right.
So yeah, no, Big Floyd definitely has had a huge impact on me and my career.
And far as you, Bill, like we got a few gyms in Oakland, right? So we got Kings, which is the most legendary. We got the East Oakland Boxing Gym. Is that on 98th? And there's a one on Seminary now in MacArthur. It's not like we come from a super boxing city. So is that kind of like you learned with Devin, Bill, or was you already kind of?
No, absolutely. But I mean, the light bulb came with a Royal Park. Remember? Remember with the Royal Park? Hot Lips.
Shout out to Hot Lips.
Hot Lips, and just seeing it and just seeing Lips, organize something that was so positive that ended up turning negative. You know what I mean? And I think that as fight fans, you know what I mean, as fighters, what happened after that, it kind of put a taint on just boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because you felt that if you box or you it was going to end up in violence or something like that. You know what I mean? So just that had inspired me. But then coming here to Las Vegas and knowing that there was a chance that my son might look at some of the flashy shit that we get in the game, right?
Right.
And I told him, I said, Dev, I say, Pops ain't got it. He say, what? I say, man, Pops ain't got it. I said, that little motherfucker over there,
Yeah,
from Grand Rapids.
yeah.
I said, he got it. And I said, listen, you can pay attention to me and have it right now, or you can pay attention to him and watch him, and you can have it for a long time. You know what I mean? Right. And as parents and as fathers, that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? You're supposed to see him, and you see that in your son, and then you lace him with it, and you go out. You don't hold him back on your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So if I could do it all over again, I would have stayed focused like Floyd with my respective craft.
Right.
And I didn't. So I watched that and I said, okay, Dev, now you got an opportunity to see a guy that stayed down on his craft. And that's what he does. And I think he inspires other guys and kids from Oakland and, you know what I mean,
That's
and
a
all
fact.
around the world. You know what
That's
I mean?
a fact.
Because it's hard work to
It
get
is.
there. You know
It
what I'm saying?
is.
And the misconception is that these guys talking about they streets and they selling drugs. And I ain't seen not one drug dealer. I ain't seen not one drug dealer do shit.
Right.
Do a motherfucking thing. So I don't care if he was boosting, stealing, doing no, and I just didn't want that for him because the misconception is that it's gonna be all right. But me and you was just talking about it. We from the town and we don't know no niggas that did it.
Nah.
Not one.
Nah.
Not one. So all that them niggas talking about, private school or this kind of school, nigga, don't be a fool. At my house, it wasn't no school of fools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we was having real conversations and letting him know what's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That shit sounds senseless, man.
Yeah, nothing about your career path is traditional, right? From your father's involvement to how you got in the game and went pro. And that's kind of what I want to transition to. Like, you the risk taker.
Yeah.
Like, I think we got to highlight that. Like, you are the blue collar guy. And I want to talk about specifically turning pro so young and skipping the Olympics, right? What was that decision like?
No, I mean, I'm the definition of got it out the mud. I turned pro at 17 years old. I went to Mexico. I didn't, go. I was a good amateur. I didn't go sign for some huge signing bonus and go fight on TV and go fight in big arenas or nothing like that. I went straight to Mexico and was fighting in bars and stuff like that. Up until I fought. I want to say like maybe 3 fights in the U.S. until I did 11 fights in Mexico, and then up to my 19th fight, I had a few fights in between then. So I would say, I had a few fights in between then, and then after that is when I started fighting on TV and fighting in front of the world, and then that's when I started making my transition. But most fighters wouldn't be able to do that. I was fighting for free. I wasn't fighting for no money. But I seen the bigger picture. I seen I seen the vision. My dad had made a vision, and I believed in it. I trusted in him, and that's what I did.
And that was very risky because we know Mexicans is tough. We know their crowds is tough. We know everything about them. That shit ain't no joke. So for you to do that just proved to me from the beginning what type of fighter you was. That proved that you wasn't scared of nobody. You wasn't scared to go do nothing.
And around this time, it wasn't. Nobody was going to Mexico. It wasn't like a thing. Now it's like kind of like a cool thing to do. Just go to Mexico, go build your fighter up, and you can go pay for a win. Back then, it wasn't like that. It wasn't just. It was the unknown. We didn't know what to expect. Everybody was telling us not to do it. That that it was corrupt and you was gonna get a bad decision. And this.
That's what I thought.
So
I thought that the whole time.
Now it's like I ain't gonna say I started it, but I made it popular for sure.
I'm gonna say you started it. You a motherfucking trailblazer.
It was definitely one of the best things that happened, in terms of just his career. Just our experience growing together. You know what I mean? Tackling something, the unknown that he said, the adversity, and then when that time came to Australia, he was prepared. And when I gave him that hug at the airport, and I left and went back home, but it was that feeling that, you know what I'm saying, my son was no longer just my son. He was that guy. He was that guy.
That's one of the, if in my opinion, personally, and I love sports, that's one of the most important moments in sports history, right? The whole build up to that, knowing that you wasn't going to be able to go, right? Yeah. Everybody on the edge of their seat. I'm looking at Devin. He don't seem phased. Yeah. You don't seem phased, but I know emotions is running high. You know what I'm saying?
When I say the biggest of the biggest, every athlete, everybody was reaching out to me, telling me, like, wishing me luck, everything. It was like that crossover, and they was just, I had so much support, so much, everything, and I just felt like I was ready for whoever, what I'm saying, I was ready for King Kong at that moment.
Yeah. and Bill, when you was just talking about Mexico, I heard you say, just speaking about learning on the fly, that we didn't know that getting Devin to YouTube and thought we was getting him to the public eye. We didn't know that TV meant that much, and what we needed to do. But we was trying shit. And then you said recently the shit didn't reverse now. So now it's like you can build somebody on YouTube.
Oh, absolutely.
And bring them to TV.
No, absolutely. That was the whole premise that they sold us on, that linear television, that we had to work, and our prize was going to be able to be on linear television. You know what I mean? So now you almost have to be built. They want you to have some kind of presence on YouTube or social media before they do a deal. When it was, it was the opposite.
Yeah. And I can't remember a boss fighter in more recent times outside of like Roy Jones, like as far as like bossing up and doing some of his own business, but not to this degree.
Yeah.
But Roy Jones did boss up and do a lot of shit himself. But the way that you bossed up, Dev, like, I'm gonna say it's in your DNA. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Pop's bossed up too. So to me, you the type of person that I feel it don't matter what you was doing.
No,
like,
100%.
Whatever you was doing 100%. In life, you was gonna be Devin fucking Haney.
For sure, and I definitely agree with that. Yeah. Like, whatever it was, I was gonna be successful. I was gonna put my all into it, and by any means. Yeah. But boxing,
I definitely will.
Tell them what that workout today. What is?
Man,
because people don't understand that shit.
Man,
they do not understand the
when you
commitment.
Train, this was a question I want to know. I'm going back to like Rocky, you know what I'm saying? But this might be a corny question. But do you like puss, fuck, and all that shit while you training?
Wait, what?
Fuck.
Oh yeah. What the fuck you mean?
You didn't want to say the P.
Yeah. Nah.
You know why you training and shit like that?
Nah, I mean you gotta release it, man. Because if you let it build up too much, it's gonna release on its own. So. Just gotta have a.
That's his new shit.
Man, they gonna fight.
He came up with that one. It's gonna come out anyway.
It's gonna come out anyway.
Nah, they gotta find a way to get him some, man. Fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Nah, but for real though, it's if you don't, then it's gonna release, and it's gonna be no point. So you gotta you gotta get it off. But you can't be in there trying to just go crazy.
Ain't no way Magic Johnson hitting shit in the locker room and going out and going for another triple double. Magic Johnson was a fool, man.
Gotta release that thing.
But I'm glad you said that too, because it's a myth. You know what I'm saying? It's a myth in boxing.
It's no proof to that. But I sound like I'm just a fucking like I'm an advocate for it or something like that. But to each his own. Everybody, you got to do what works for you. And I've done it 30 times, so I found out, the sweet spot that works for me. What works for me may not work for everybody.
Absolutely.
And while we on that, right? That's one of the only times you scare me too, when you dating. When I see a picture, I'm like, what the fuck is Dev doing, man? Somebody call Bill, man. What the fuck going on?
Look, see somebody call. Oh my God, I get calls all
Somebody
all
call
the time.
Bill, man.
And listen, and I call him, and he's like, "Do you believe that shit?" I'm like, I don't know, Dev.
Yeah, no, because it's just it's the celebrity shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like old school shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you famous. You know what I'm saying? Some of the women you date are notable. You know what I'm saying? And so, people got to build stories. They got to do this shit. They got to do media.
You think they notable? Think so?
Yeah, I think
How
they
long
notable.
have you been doing that though? Right, a long time. Right, it's been Devin. And the one thing about that, and I said with parents, is you got to trust. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that trust, man. You know what I'm saying? And we all made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's as me and him have a that friendship and that bond. I told him the secret. I said I'll be waiting for you to come back. You know what I'm saying? And he found out that that even in his relationships with whoever with relationships with whoever it may be, sometimes the better times is when somebody come back and say, I appreciate you being patient, and you were right about that. You didn't beat me up about it, but you were right about that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You feel me? So and that's he was talking about that sweet spot of the relationship. You know what I mean? I always encourage people to find that what works for you guys, because what works for somebody else, what works for me and Dev might not work for that family. Right. So I don't, you know what I mean? I only try to show that we continue to love and try to work to that
trust is important, man. Building that trust and
friendship too.
Friendship. Letting your kid do them, man. Sometimes you gotta let them make the mistake.
Well, a lot of times.
But it's not a mistake. At the end of the day, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but I like women. So
absolutely.
What can I say? You know what I'm saying? I like different flavors. So
right.
That's
It. I think we all in the same boat. But becoming your own boss. I was telling your dad this earlier that I feel the black ball, right? So I feel like people can't use you, so they try to maybe use the situation or bait you into situations and shit like that. But as a young man, I'm just telling you this. This is beyond boxing. Your mental capacity, right? The way you conduct yourself, the way you answer the questions that you ask. It's like it's hardly any time that people can trick you up.
Yeah.
Right. And so Pops was talking about, and I'm not saying they was tricking you up, but I'm saying even with people like a Jay-Z, right? People like Birdman, people that these is big money guys,
for sure.
right? And going into a situation like that, feeling, I'm just gonna guess, right? Feeling that I'm just as powerful within myself.
For sure.
So I have this same potential as this guy. It's no need to dim my light.
I mean, I feel like that's what the greats. It's either you got it or you don't. At one point Jay-Z was in a position that I'm in right now, and that I was in before. But he had to boss up and be stand on his own too to become the Jay-Z that he is today.
Right.
And I feel like that's what I felt like. At a young age, that I'll be there one day, and I trusted in the plan that my dad set out, and I didn't cut no corners, and here I am so far, and it's even bigger than this.
Man.
Tell him when you asked me about that black ball and off private, what did I say?
I don't want to misquote you.
The what?
I went about being blackballed. I said that shit don't work.
Yeah,
you said something to the effect of Yeah, basically that
I
shit
said
don't
they
work.
tried all that shit.
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah,
don't
nah,
work.
for
That's a
sure. We
myth.
can't.
Yeah.
We
That's a
can't
myth.
be
We can't be
blackballed.
blackballed, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you listen to what people and not listen to your heart and listen to what Allah's giving you the vision and the passion for. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna blackball that? You know what I'm saying? He loves what he do. You know what I'm saying? Now he can make a bad, like you said, a bad decision that can cause him to lose what he loves to do. But he can't be blackballed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We don't believe in that.
Like you said, man,
Allah.
we believe in Allah, and this Allah is the perfect planner. He makes no mistakes. So everything happens for a reason. We put our trust in Him, and let it be what it's gonna be. And that's how I take the pressure off myself, or whatever. I don't believe in the pressure. I believe in Allah. So whatever He has planned for me is for me. I can't look at what nobody else got, or what they doing. I gotta focus on me and what Allah has set out for me.
Did you guys take your shahada at the same time?
No,
Different time.
Yeah,
you
different
was
time.
Which one was you first or
my dad first.
your dad first?
Yeah.
And how did you feel embracing Islam, or what made you?
Yeah, so me and my pops, we used to go to the mosque for years, and we would just be at the mosque. But I never took my shahada. I just was learning more about the religion, and like I said, Allah, is a perfect planner. So when you feel like it's your calling, it's your calling, and so that's when I decided to take my shahada and become a Muslim.
Yeah, I respect that, man. I took my shahada at 95.
No, mashallah.
And the best thing, even when I get off my deen, I'm still on my deen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I walk in that path. I walk in righteousness, right? So even when I'm not stepping correctly, I'm still stepping correctly.
Yeah,
you see what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And Allah knows my heart.
Yeah.
So even with that, even with practicing Islam in public, right? Because I say this, I see Muslims who don't. Right, like I talked about this with somebody recently because the Palestine and the Israel thing, and we talked about like the two biggest people that could possibly be involved is like Drake and DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
They don't even speak on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for you, what is that like? Did anything change as far as Devin Haney or the way people embraced you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like I'm the voice, and I'm an example for all 2 billion Muslims around the world. So obviously I'm not perfect, but I try to be a great role model for the Muslims watching me, and the Muslim community. They embrace me because I'm one of them. We all brothers and sisters. So definitely.
Was Lomachenko your hardest fight?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
And this is very important, right? Because in this internet age, I'm the nigga. I'm from on town, nigga, man. So I like I like going at it with people as far as like just debating their dumb shit, right? Just to get it out of there. So Lomachenko caught you with a punch, right? But that's boxing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
if you never get caught with a punch, like I don't think you boxed, right? So when you give other examples, so it's okay for other people to actually get knocked out, to touch the canvas, to get dropped, because when Floyd went, I'm gonna just give Floyd as an example. He was pretty boy, he was a villain, and then he's like the world-renowned Floyd Mayweather right now, right? Some people call it GOAT. But if you remember Shane Mosley fight, right? It was 2 situations in that fight that was very critical. 2 punches that could have stopped Floyd, right? People talked about it, but they didn't talk about it. Like I think part of the reason they talk about you like this is because they scared.
Yeah,
right. So I think that let me say Devin is here and I'm here, so I don't even have to see him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, when you doing something good, when you are great, they're gonna talk about you. Like I said, they're gonna find a way to say something. So I don't take it personal. At the end of the day, if I never got hit, then they would say, "Well, we want to see what he's gonna do when he gets hit."
When he gets hit, yes, facts.
So now
Facts.
they seen that I got hit. And I didn't
came
go
back and
and I
Man,
didn't go nowhere.
listen, we ain't have all that hardware. They wasn't saying shit. Listen, we got that jewelry. You know what I mean?
Now it's everything.
Listen, I'm saying we from the town. We know what time it is, man.
Yeah.
When you get it all, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm always, like I said, man, kudos to Dev. At 24 years old, they're not telling the truth.
Right.
He's in the history books.
Right.
You know what I mean? As undisputed champion of the world. And that's some things that, you know, Pretty Boy ain't did.
That's
you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
I don't think they want to talk about it. But one thing that I know is that he gets the hate just like the greats did. You know what I mean? If you
And he the youngest to do it.
But I wouldn't want it no other way. You know, I'm built for it. I knew that this day would come, you know, eventually. And now that it's here, I embrace it. You know, because only Allah can judge me. So they can say what they want to say. Keep talking. If I hate it when they didn't talk about me. When they was ignoring, they was at the time they was ignoring me. They wouldn't even respond to me. Nobody will respond to me. Now I could, you know,
Yeah.
I can
You
get
say
under,
something, get them fired up now.
I can get under anybody's skin.
You have
now,
one. Hey, you tweet one thing. If you tweet the eyes right now,
Yeah,
Twitter
I tweet,
go
yeah.
crazy
Yeah, I
right
mean,
now. They gonna say
listen.
Devin was getting that.
Yeah, yeah, no, but I could shake the world up right now. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm blessed to be in this position, alhamdulillah, and you
Alhamdulillah.
know, it's only gonna get bigger, and
I'm so town business though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta admit something to y'all. I was mad as fuck. Andre Ward walked Shakur out. I didn't even know they was in business together. I did not know what they was doing. Right. So I'm so town business. I said, well, if he gotta fight Devin, you gonna walk out? Cause to me, we don't have hella boxers from the town, and we definitely don't got a bunch of greats. We got some niggas that claim they was Golden Gloves. They been in prison. We don't know what they. You know what I'm saying?
Real record is.
But Andre Ward is one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? And you to me, it's y'all two, right?
Yeah.
And actually, right now, you doing something that Dre put down as far as like bringing that shit back to the Bay, right? Bringing that shit back to his people. But is there any relationship with you and Andre Ward?
no, I mean, I respect what Dre has, you know, done for the Bay, and you know he's done in the sport of boxing. But right now, it's my time, and you know, I'm the guy. So
I just
it
feel
is what
sorry
it is.
for him. He got to be on the losing side. I'm just,
Yeah,
you
no,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
I'm compassionate. I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about them.
And-
Yeah.
and-
That's one thing, and that's one thing that everyone needs to know about this sport. I don't care. You can have a zillion motherfuckers walk you out. You can have a zillion motherfuckers from your projects, nigga. You can have a zillion motherfuckers that go to the gym with you. At the end of the day, you got to be up in there by yourself with my
By
son.
your motherfucking
Yeah,
self.
you got to be up in there by yourself with my son. Trust and
That's a
believe.
fact.
And I ain't never feared from the day he got in that ring and whooped on that boy. I didn't think, but before when he was a little kid, I didn't worry about him going in that room back there. I knew he was going to hold his own back there. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never worried about him. And the sport of boxing is so beautiful. And I tell parents, listen, when you put a kid that has that fire that he has, at the end of the day, he's going to be matched up against another guy his same size and weight.
Yeah.
So this is what he's been doing. You look around at his house, all boxing and all. He's been doing this stuff for longer than he's been living, right? I mean, you know, like it's
Yeah.
in comparison to, you know. So when I watch him get in there, you know, I just enjoy it. I'm watching him walk in greatness, walking his passion, and on the opposite, when he's denied an opportunity, nigga, I go crazy.
Oh, well, yeah. We see
You know
it.
what I'm saying? I go crazy.
Yeah.
When
As you
when he's
should,
denied
though.
an opportunity that he didn't work for, and nigga, I go crazy.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But let me just tell this because it's no vultures and we from the town, man. Would you let anybody know that if your girl is pregnant and you from Oakland, right? You from Oakland, when you're getting busy in Oakland, is you gonna have the girl go have the baby at Highland or Kaiser, or is they gonna go have the baby somewhere else?
Damn. Nah, right at Highland and Kaiser. You know what I'm saying?
In Oakland.
Yeah, in Oakland.
Okay. Well, I chose to have my baby in San Francisco. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because when I was pulling up there, right? You know what I mean? Niggas know my cars and everything and all the shit, right?
Yeah,
I'm getting busy like a motherfucker. So I thought all that you do if you having money and you're a street nigga meant that you was good at home. You was
Facts.
good at the people in your house. I don't understand all this shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker talking about they can't find no money. Well, then you didn't ask God for enough. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Because if I took enough bullets, I done been to jail enough times.
Right.
And listen, and he know the stories. He know what Pop and went through, and you gonna do the same
you don't
shit.
need to do
that
that.
sound like the
Yeah, that's
squarest shit in the
foolish.
world.
Man, that is the squarest shit in the
Man,
world.
that's the
Ain't no
most
fucking
You
way,
see what I'm
man.
saying? So my whole thing, Clee, was the whole thing. And I told him, I said, Dev, you owe me shit. What did I tell you that you owe to do? I needed you to do for for my grandson. Do the same.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Pay it back that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be a good dad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that shit is important, Bill. And what you was just saying, that was real powerful because not only are you supposed to be great at home, but I believe these niggas get opportunities to be great. How you said God, they didn't ask God for enough. I believe they have enough. But some niggas would rather go do something else. You know what I'm saying? A dude told me recently, you know, because dealing with this shit and dealing with rappers and, you know, finding out their business and shit and looking at the music business, it just in comparison to sports. A nigga told me, man, niggas is running from their families.
For sure.
And then when I thought about it, I was like, that simple shit you just said to me is powerful. Like niggas is running from their families.
Running from their family.
If you think about all the shit these dudes do, they running from home.
I don't know what them niggas is doing, to tell you the truth. They running from something, man, but I'm telling you what, though, you running from, like I told y'all, I said, Allah only gave me, one responsibility, right? Or in my case, gave me a responsibility to take care of my kids. That's the only responsibility. I made up shit with y'all, me and you. We made up shit, the car, we made up shit, the jury, we made that shit up. Allah didn't give that responsibility to us. So by the one responsibility that he gives me to be a dad, I take that very serious. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just take that very serious.
Bill, I seen you moving around that gym like you own that motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? But what's your official role?
Well, listen, I'm the utility man. You dig what I'm saying? Listen,
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I'm the utility man, whatever.
A
You
little
know what I'm
bit
saying?
everything.
No, listen, and I love inspiring the people that's outside. Like he'll say, Dad, where's Dad at? He's like, he outside talking to the people that couldn't get in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I still love that. I still love the fact that he's inside and all to do is about him, and I can just help to get somebody in that. You know what I mean?
Right,
like
right.
it's so crazy. It's still so surreal, and I'm so happy. You know what I'm saying about it? At any play. You know what I'm saying? If we got to go grab the clothes because the washer machine then broke. You know what I'm saying? He got two of them upstairs down. But I'm saying this: if both of them broke, then and we had to go to the wash house. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Nigga, I'm gonna
sure.
be loading it up and I'm gonna be going. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking we walking in our journey. We walking in the faith of it. So whatever that bad shit ain't gonna last too long. Let's go on ahead and get through it so we can get to it. You know what I'm saying?
I really respect that, man, because I look at you like if I had to use one word, I'd just say overall motivator. You know what I'm saying? Because I know even though Dev is a professional and he boxing, he hear every fucking thing you saying over there. You know what I'm saying? Because and I hear it on TV. You know what I'm saying? I can hear this shit like, look at Bill, man, he going crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? And I believe honestly though, bro, that you learned this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe you know what the fuck you talking about. Like I don't like there's some clown ass daddies out here that's in boxing.
Right.
That don't know shit, but I believe you, man. When I watch you work with the youngsters earlier, you know what I'm saying? You telling them how to get in there, you telling them how to, and I'm like, damn, they listening to Bill, they fuck with Bill, you know?
Yeah, but you know what though? To let that, in all fairness too, so you let other coaches and other parents know that sometimes the bank ain't open. You know, you want to go run down and make that deposit, and then you got the money. I done counted it, and I know it's tight. So let me go drop this on him. And then you get down there and it's Martin Luther King Day. Or you get down there, you know what I'm saying? It's Veterans Day. You know what I mean? Do you get mad and throw a brick at the motherfucker, or do you go back home and hope that you still have the money to deposit when that deposit time comes? You know what I'm saying? Right? You hope that you don't forget it. You hope that somebody don't steal it, right? So you anxious to come make that deposit, but you can't always expect that the bank gonna be open to receive it.
When you guys, I think you guys did with Devin for sure. You was like the first boxer that I say that everybody loved. I mean, not everybody loved, but everybody was taking serious as a champ, and like this guy got it. What was the decision for DAZN? Like because they like a new company, right? Like how did y'all do that? Like what was that decision like?
I mean, we basically, we seen their vision. We knew that, eventually it would go digital and would go, into streaming, everything. We had already believed in the internet and the YouTube, and because that's how it was built. So we basically was one of the first few to trust in it, to pioneer exactly, and that's pretty much how we do everything though. Everything, we ones that
What Bill said, that's getting hard these days because nigga, you going up so fast. Nigga don't want to take a number and be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Unless there's clauses in that, like, hey man, I'm going up. Y'all got to go up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to take money now because you that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's really no value on you. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit because if somebody gets you, and that's one thing that I really love. So what you were saying, like if you go do what I do, that's some square ass shit. I honestly believe that, bro. Man, there's so many square ass motherfuckers that want to be something, right?
Man, man, listen. Stop with that square shit, you fake tough nigga. Yeah, you fake tough nigga. Yeah. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
You scared to death to go broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to even try nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I say that because like, if you taking chances with companies like that, you like an innovator, right? Yeah. You the person that's you bringing it because it's big now. I mean, like it's so many fucking fights going through there. It's just it's crazy, right? And so, like helping shaping the way companies move forward like that. Do you ask for ownership?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning when I first went to them, I clearly wasn't in a position
to ask,
that I am in now. But of course, moving forward, we definitely into ownership. We in any deal that we do, we looking for equity, and we at that point in our career.
You heard him. You heard what he said. Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Yeah, that's right. And that's one thing about being the businessman that he is. He's like, and I told you, I said, he's going up and he's pioneering in a way that, no offense to none of the sponsors, none of the companies, but in fairness, putting a deal on the table that's fair for him and fair for the partner in relation to how he's growing, it just can be kind of risky. You know what I'm saying? So we respect everybody. You know what I mean? But I think the beauty about this guy right here is that if he does a deal, he ain't been doing no complaining. You won't pull up no Devin complained about contract. Devin complained about an agreement because he entered as a boss under his will. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And for him to stand on business. There's so many youngsters talking about running off on the plug and all this other crazy shit. For him, right, that means his business, standing on business, his word being, meaning something. And for us, that means that our partners make money. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone makes money, right? You heard Bob Arum say before about him, he lost enough money that he could have bought a mansion on Terrence Crawford, right? Well, I made sure to talk to him going into it. How does this deal look where Devin and both of you guys as partners is making money? Because I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Right.
Because we do good business.
Good business, for sure. With integrity, too.
And what a lot of people don't know is just like today, me and my pops was talking about a deal that we got up, and I said, yeah, Pop, they want to do something for like $2 million or something. He said, well, shit, send me in. I said, hold on, Pop, let me get it up as high as I can, and then I'm gonna send you in. He said, wait, guess what he said? Oh, okay.
Send me in. I'm going in.
Close the deal, man.
One thing too, since we speaking of moving forward, 140. Is he more comfortable there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel comfortable. I feel much more better, much more stronger. As the world can see,
yeah, strong as fuck.
My body is crazy. I look so much more healthier. But we got to see on fight night. Inshallah, I'm the best version of myself on fight night, the strongest I've ever been, and I'm victorious.
When you're not training boxing, what's your regular size that you walk around with?
140.
140.
Yeah. Stay there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. 140. It's crazy to me because I always said this too since you was young. I was like, one day Devin is gonna get too big to fight these niggas.
Yeah.
I always felt like your grown man ain't even kicked in yet. Still, like
man,
there's something else that's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's just what happens with men. You know what I'm saying? So I never felt like you was gonna stay around for too long. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these guys are smaller than me, but you know I'm much more disciplined, and so that's the reason why I'm able to fight them and be there to be at them weight classes. But eventually, I'm gonna have to.
And I attribute to it. I tell him, listen, he's the best in the world. Bring on whoever. He's gonna he has the ability and the arsenal of tools to punish you for 36 minutes. Whereas guys, sometimes it's easy to just get knocked out and say, I missed the punch, or I didn't see it. Perfect example is Ryan Garcia. He says, well, I didn't see that shot, or I missed that shot. Well, what about 12 rounds of getting whooped on? You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing that I like about Dev is that when you're going into a fight with the quote-unquote baddest guy, the opposite of you in the world, right? With him, cool as ice.
Right.
Listen, but if you don't believe in yourself, you trying to go in there and knock somebody out.
Yeah.
You're trying to, Mike is a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? He's a good friend of mine. So I know the psyche of a fighter when saying that you going in there with that one knockout punch, and if that knockout punch it doesn't come, you're not comfortable. Devin is comfortable in that ring from the time he stepped through the ropes. It's like he owned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and to me, I take that versus anything else.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If we saying, okay, we're going to win on December the 9th, but we don't know how. We know we're going to catch him sooner or later. Man, get out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what they operate. The other people, they operate on, we're going to catch him sooner or later. We operate on, we about to go in here and whip his ass with this, and if he don't do it, then with this, and this.
Yeah.
It's just
thorough ass whooping.
Thorough ass whooping.
There's so much shit that I want to talk, but I'm not, because we gonna get through December 9th and we gonna do that, right? But we gonna do this again after, and I'm gonna talk more shit because we got fights to sell, right? But since it's already been out there, you should have offered that bum 10%.
I should have, and I don't think he would have took that.
And anybody coming back behind talking about that they got percentages, knock it off, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, please.
Listen, after December the 9th, you're going to see we don't need nobody.
Right.
We turning up in Oakland, California, San Francisco, Vallejo, Richmond. You know what I mean? Where else? Did I miss anything?
The Bay, man.
The Bay,
man.
That's
Northern California,
Hey, listen,
man.
Northern California. That's what we represent, man. And that's
Yes,
what this
sir.
thing right here is for the Bay. But if I can say one thing, too, that I want to send, because we talked about it as Muslims, I want to send special prayers out to everyone that's in the war, especially in Palestine,
Yes.
right? We would like peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
peace.
sir.
We're peaceful people as Muslims. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna ask that just stop the violence, man. There's too much on the timeline, man. Too much. You know what I mean? It's the kids and everything, man. Please, man. Just we ask for it to just stop.
Please
Just
stop. Please stop, man. Please stop.
Please, please.
We don't need nobody dying no more on either side, man. So
Yes.
please stop, man.
Yes.
Also, I gotta ask you this, Bill. You rocked with Shakur tough when he was young, though. There's so many
man.
pictures of Devin and Shakur and you taking him to practice and giving.
Absolutely. It's hard not to rock with some of these kids, man, that in particular Shakur and Devin, you know what I mean? Because they're so committed. And Shakur has been committed for a long time. Devin, of course, has been committed, and as friends, I enjoyed watching their friendship, you know what I mean? I'm sure they had plans of doing a lot of balling and in life. But, of course, this is a one-man sport, you know what I mean? It's mano y mano,
Although Dev say he do like the new tag team shit.
You been doing your research. I like that.
Yeah. So I think that everyone will find their way back to whatever they had or whatever we had, if we had anything. But right now, this is a competitive sport. It's also a business, and we ain't playing with nobody.
Facts. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Bill. This is, I just gotta keep reiterating this. This is a East Oakland guy. If y'all could have seen him in his younger years, these statements that he's making, you can just hear the maturity. You can see it. It's almost like you turning into your guru phase. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many walks of life that you've been through that they have no idea. You saying it, but it sounds like just a brief synopsis. You like, shot, prison, nah, nigga. Like, no, nigga, this shit is real. It's way more detailed, but you get the picture. It's even that, even the way you speak on it and not dwelling on it. Because I think in the neighborhoods all over the United States, we get caught up in thinking that shit is cool, or we get caught up in thinking that shit is validation or a rite of passage. Like, prison ain't no fucking rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? Nobody that's there want to be there.
No
Street nigga that's worried about the feds coming right now want to be in his position.
No.
Nobody wants to be there. So we got to stop just the narrative overall of where people, because it's almost like when Drake was battling Meek and he said, you losing to an R&B nigga. All right, nigga, if I'm a square, I'm whooping all you gangsta ass niggas ass then. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that, because that ain't even a thing. Like I was telling Clee, I came from Japan a couple weeks ago, and it's not even a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, we looking at gangsters, or we not even looking at people with money a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So just us as a people got to get out of that shit. Mm-hmm. Having a promotion company yourself, though, right? When I'm gonna tell you, man, I was just as proud as anybody else when I seen that DHP in the ring. When I seen that shit on that, that's when I knew it was real. I'm like, this shit on the flow now. It's literally on the flow. That's a saying. But that shit was on the flow. How was that, Dev? Just seeing that shit, or just knowing that this shit is official? I'm the boss.
I mean, it's a blessing. It's been a long time coming. We dreamed to be in this position to where we put the work in, we put the groundwork in to be in this position, and now it's finally here. So every time I see it, every time I hear it, I rep it because it's what I believe in, and it's my team. It's us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a thing, and I guess it's a rule amongst the boxing community that phones put up during these sparring sessions. Mm-hmm. Everybody, all eyes on what's going on, right? There's these infamous dog houses. Is that what y'all call them? You got to quit.
Yeah, you can call it that. Yeah.
Right? And there's these legendary stories about these sparring sessions that happen. Only thing that I know from my research, if you put all the shit together, the only thing that comes back is we at the point now where
man, we undefeated, man.
There it is, man. That's all I'm trying to say, man. Let this shit be known, man. Let's just stop playing, man. Let's just stop with the bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, right? Like just the way that you, Dev, don't go out your way to try to prove nothing. Like you know what I'm saying?
Because I could talk about sparring. Things that happen in the gym, or I could talk about all my hardware that I wanted, and under the lights where it counted. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying. So, I put my work in the gym. I've been there with the best of the best, held my own with the best of the best. Did more than hold my own with the best of the best. But now I am the best. So it's no reason for me to talk about sparring.
And you got the real WBA belt, not the regular one.
Yeah, I got the super. I got the super everything, the top of the top of the line. I got the real shit, the franchise shit, what the secondary titles, the all of them titles.
Now explain that too.
Email.
Oh man, the email was crazy.
The email. I never released the email belt. The email belt. The email belt made me who I am. It made me the fighter that I am today. Because I remember when they was just doubting me, they were saying email this and email that, but it was motivating me, and it made me the fighter that I am today.
And what's funny, because he shed a light on the business side of boxing, and then everyone started saying, oh, well, Lennox Lewis, and then they say, Boots, and they say a lot of
Tim Tszyu.
You know what I mean? And they understand it now. It's just a part of the business, but that was a stigma that was put on Dev. There was a calculated smear campaign. You know what I mean? And like everything else, we prevailed with.
It's gonna be legendary though one day. They gonna always remember that.
Yeah.
we in the history books for it. The guy with the franchise. I mean, the guy with the email and how they try to play me and how I came out on top.
Can y'all give me some insight on this belt stripping shit that's been going on? Like, right? What is that about?
I don't know. I just know I got all of them. Ain't nobody beat me. Ain't nobody gonna beat me.
So none of your belts got took away.
I don't know nothing about none. Ain't nobody took nothing from me.
Huh?
I'm going to go take something from Regis on
he's
December
the
the 9th.
champion recess. Yeah, he's the champion of recess.
I'm going to go take Regis belt on December the 9th, and then we on to the next.
You
Still the champion, though.
Still the champion.
Still the champion. That's all I was adding. Still the champion.
I heard you talking about these platforms that's starting to lose. Well, I feel like boxing is back, right? I feel like boxing was fucked up for a minute. It was slacking. But some of the legendary platforms we losing. Showbox, I think ESPN is about to die off, right? Like, what do y'all feel about that? Because you fought on Showtime before, right?
Yeah. I started on Showbox. That was my first big
yeah.
platform. I think that is. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not happy with it. Of course, Showbox made me the fighter that I am today. But it's open. New doors are gonna open. It's gonna be some more players that come in and take over. And I'm excited to see what happens.
Is this motherfucker Jared Anderson just another face in the crowd?
Listen.
Because I don't know how a heavyweight even is talking about what you got going on. I don't understand.
I don't know how a boxer talking about street shit. That's weird.
Man, no, for real.
Prize fighters, big money makers.
Big money makers,
man.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
nigga talking about if I see you on the streets.
What do you mean, nigga? Like, stop.
Listen, and then we know the streets, right? They bigger than the streets. Like, Champ, he's bigger than the streets.
Way
You know
bigger
what
than
I'm
the
saying?
streets.
He's bigger than the streets. And let me say this for any street nigga that might want to get mad. If you got an opportunity to have a guy that come up in the streets, that's taking care of niggas in the streets, that's providing jobs for niggas in the streets, why would you want him to do anything else other than that street shit? When you got one that's taking care of the streets where we don't have to be in the streets, that's real mob shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they be acting like they know what mob shit is.
Nah,
That's
they
why I
don't.
don't.
Man,
They
come
be
on,
talking
man.
mob and they'd do better at McDonald's with a job.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
facts.
And they talking
Facts.
about mob.
Facts.
Listen, if it ain't no cohesiveness and it ain't family and it ain't no structure, right, then it never was mob shit to me.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
believe that.
Right? And the nigga that really ran the mob, he had enough money that he could pick a guy like Gary Payton, right? He pick a guy like Jason Kidd, right? They pick a guy like Hook. All the niggas with the money used to pick the niggas and say, okay, now this is what we do. I'm gonna get the money and you gonna get me out of it, right? Yeah. And you can have all this shit, just get me out of it, right? That's the mob shit.
Right.
When I was on Sway, I explained to them in the Bay Area, we call that a D-boy contract.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So I was saying probably the only rappers that didn't do it was like the delinquents, because
Right.
they was grinding. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else,
Let's go through it. So Richie Rich was with Oh Boy, right? Then Short, he was with them people, right? Yeah. And then Pooh Man,
Bruce,
Dangerous Dame.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody
That was
had
the thing.
somebody.
That
Yeah.
was the
Contract.
thing. That was the
D-boy
thing.
contract.
That was thinking, and I almost felt like it was a marriage. But see, what I did was I was with Yo-Yo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
By the
we had
way,
a
Bill,
relationship.
I just got to tell you, the urban legend, that I Want to Be Down remix Brandy verse was about you. So they say Yo verse on I Want to Be Down remix was
listen.
about Bill. That's an urban legend.
Oh, Yolanda, she's a very beautiful woman. I wish her nothing but the best and well.
Shout out Yo-Yo.
Yeah, shout out Yo-Yo. She's a real gem, man. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie though, Bill. You know I'm younger than you. So I grew up looking at Yo-Yo on TV like, man, that's a fine woman, right? So when the East Oakland nigga knocked her, I was kind of like, God damn, this nigga Bill's amazing, man.
Right. I didn't do real good with the guys, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I chose to just hang out with a super talented female
Yeah.
rap actress,
For
so
sure.
on and so forth. You know?
Definitely.
But that was during my time and my growing up, it was always a marriage. It wasn't never about the street guy then getting on wax and telling everything he did in the streets.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? No, you take the money, and then You know what I'm saying? And you invest it, give it to somebody or give it to somebody and try to make right on the wrongs that you was doing, not scream on the mic. And no offense, to that kind of music, because, maybe there's a lot of people that like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they serve in the audience. But I'm just saying this, coming up, the D-Boys wasn't just out there like that. Their business wasn't out there like that.
Champ, I ain't gonna, we ain't gonna hold you long. We saw the amazing workout you did, man. It looked like you want to take off and run right now down the street, man. You know what I'm saying? Clee asked you about, having sex and shit, but I want to ask you about the food, because your dad said after that workout, your cook had you something ready, and so you do another workout, and then he said maybe a snack. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be like a shake or something like that. It depends where we at in camp. Sometimes it's a shake. Sometimes it's a meal. But we just make adjustments as we go on, as the weight goes up and down and whatever, and how I'm feeling, how hungry I am, and yeah.
December 9th, we bringing that pain, man. I said we, nigga. I'm clear about what side I'm on, nigga. I ain't doing it. I don't give a fuck. You niggas don't want to give me no interview. I don't fuck what you niggas on. I'm telling you right now, I ain't switching, nigga. I'm Devin Haney, nigga.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
sir.
You know what I'm
Team Dev,
Team
man.
Dev. And my daughter, I'm taking my daughter to fight. Her birthday is December 10th.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I told her it might be a parade on Greenside the next day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It might be a parade on Greenside. You know what I'm saying? We might get Dev in a box chair. We don't know what this shit might be like. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I love, man. I love us, man. I love the town. You know what I'm saying? I love what you did, Bill. You know what I'm saying? As far as what y'all built here together as a father and son duo, and partners too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, old school parents, it was just like, go in there and do that, and nigga, don't say nothing. Don't ask me nothing, nigga, just do it. I'm gonna whoop your ass if you don't.
I ain't your friend, I'm your motherfucking
I ain't your
daddy.
friend. But
No, but it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't feel right if I wasn't doing it with my main man, the one that I started with. I couldn't picture it no other way. So that's why when he wasn't able to go to Australia, it was like it hurt. Like I didn't know how to take it. Every day I used to just be thinking about him and thinking what he would be doing and what would be going on if he was there. And
That's
then,
crazy, because we'll talk, and I'll be thinking the same thing, and we talk. You're like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? And he's like, oh, everything good. What you on? I'm like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm never saying nothing.
What? No, literally. And I'll be thinking like, damn, what he thinking? But I didn't want to make him feel bad that he wasn't able to make it. And I know he didn't want to make me feel bad. So we were just trying to, keep, uplift each other's spirits. And Allah is a perfect planner. He make no mistakes. So in the ninth inning, he brought him in, and he was able to make history with me. Together we did it, and again on December the 9th.
December 9th.
Make history again.
Hey,
Division
Dev,
champ.
I got one more thing too, man. I gotta say this, man. You've been fresh as a motherfucker lately, man. What you doing, man? Is you like I've been watching, nigga? I watch you, nigga. I've been watching your outfits, nigga. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You've been fresh as a motherfucker lately. I said, Dev putting a lot of effort in them outfits, man.
Yeah, I mean, man, I just take my time, and I like what I like, and I like to express myself, with what I'm wearing, whether it's jewelry, whether it's clothes, whatever it is, and the people like it, I like it. And,
You've been putting that shit on,
man. You look good, you feel good.
Hey,
you
feel
good, you win.
When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you fight good. So
you got a bad motherfucker thrifting too. Whoever getting them old boxing tees, your nigga, I bet
that be me. That be me.
That be you?
I be doing.
Okay.
I be doing all my own shopping.
Okay.
And it's therapeutic for me. I like to shop. I like to get my mind off boxing sometimes and just shop and go look at different stuff and.
Yeah, I seen you in LA before with a bunch of bags.
So let me tell you, what as a family, right? So when Dev said, all right, so we all going out, right? We go, whether it's dinner, whether it's a club, whether it's whatever. So the thing is so what is Dev wearing, right? So how dressed is he getting, right? Yeah. So sometimes he'll come out and he'll be dressed and be like, damn, I didn't know you was gonna dress down. And then sometimes he come out and I just say, all right, I'm going home. I'm going home. Listen, he said, you ain't going? No, I'm not going.
That's how I just like, I never understood that, but now I see it. When I got that shit on, you
got
be like,
that
man,
shit on.
listen.
I'm going home.
Brother, hey,
You know what I'm talking about?
he be in the middle of the restaurant like this. Like,
No, you know when you got that shit on, you feel different.
You feel different.
You feel good and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always like to see him fucking with it. He dresses.
nah, he
and
love it
fucks
every
with
time he tell me,
Man, I
damn,
love
champ, then what's them?
Yeah,
Champ, what's
I
that?
love
Oh, you
it.
look
I
good.
love it.
He
Yeah, I
always,
love
he,
I love
he
it.
always let me
Until
know.
he tell me where to go, get it at, and then I say,
I don't tell him the prices though, cause he fall out.
Yeah, oh no, oh hell no.
Hey, Bill, you ain't lost that, huh?
Always downplay. Oh, Pop, it was just, it was on sale.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
man.
Man, a lot has changed, man. I remember some years ago,
Yeah.
you came and picked me up, man. You took me to some. You see that watch right there? Yeah, man.
yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
"That's a bitch." That motherfucker cost 88,000.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Champ raised the bar on us, man.
Champ raised the bar
down, man. You know what I'm saying? Kick back. You know what I'm saying?
I say that to say that, Dev, you get it honest.
You got it honest,
For
yeah.
sure,
He
for sure.
faking now.
Don't tell him that. He ain't gonna slow down. If you tell him that, he ain't gonna slow down.
Get it honestly, man.
No, I appreciate it, Clee.
December
You know what I'm
9th, man. Regis Prograis. We coming out with that W. And Bill, I got to say this, too. Throughout all this shit talking, you have did a hell of a job at just promoting this fight, letting the people know that y'all didn't go pick no bum. This dude is good. He's going to bring a tough fight. He's a New Orleans cat. He ain't coming to play. So I'm glad you is saying this shit because none of Dev shit came easy. So I'm glad you saying this. But I'm saying that to say you've been doing a hell of a job.
Thank
You know
you,
what I'm
brother.
saying? As far as, people keep trying to bait you and bait you and bait you. And if they know anything about your history, man, you know what I'm saying?
leave the fuck alone.
Leave the fuck alone. So I'm saying, but you've been doing a great job. I'm saying that to say you've become a professional along with your son.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of these niggas just be along for the ride.
Man, he's worth it, man. He's
Yeah.
worth it. And it continues to raise the bar and continues to raise the bar for our family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy, man. December the 9th, we turning up, man.
Turning up.
Chase Center,
Hey,
man.
man.
You turning
Home of the
up.
Golden
You know
State
what I'm saying?
Warriors.
Frisco.
Home
Yes, sir.
of Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this a good one, man. Everybody come out. It's going to be on pay-per-view, on the zone. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good time.
Dev, leave the people with something, man.
I mean, tune in December 9th, the whole Bay Area. Everybody come out support. It's gonna be a huge event, for the Bay. We bringing big time boxing, the biggest event ever as far as boxing back to the Bay for the people.
Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, December 9th, Chase Center. And we out, man. Talk beer.
Allahu Akbar.
Talk beer.
Allahu Akbar.
Talk beer.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Stay on blue. I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil'